Hello everybody, welcome back to a video on the entire Brazilian Empire, the fascist regimes, or whatever you want to call it really. We're playing as Brazil here, and we are trying to get our country back on the rails. However, for that we need a civil war to happen. We have to have a civil war. I think that one of my decisions will one time just kick off the civil war. Like, just out there, it's like, oh well, here's war out. There you go. I need some grapes, and I'm also losing my voice, I believe. Oh, fucking hell, I have cancer. National Populists, sure. I keep getting support for National Populists, even though I am National Populist. Joint ventures, there we go. We do not want that, but what we can do is production. Hold on, I thought it said that this was going to make some military factories, yeah. The fuck? Northeastern reorganization complete, Bahia and Nordeste. Is that bugged? Northeastern, that's over here. The fuck? Bahia has a military factory. Oh, there we go. They just had to load in. Yay, medium popularity. With high popularity. Yay. My god, the Caribbeans have a lot of people over here. I don't trust that. So look at the spreads to Burma. The situation of the restored kingdom of Burma had long been precarious. Even after British royalists and Chinese citizens both vanished from its political scene, heavily influenced by the neighboring Barathia communes' syndicalist ideology. Protests had realized in 1936 at the Rangoon University, planting the seeds of chaos. Something to my teeth, for fuck's sake. Following a string of poor decisions by the Burmese government, culminating in the order ordering the Royal Burmese Army to open fire on protesting students and workers, the entire country turned against the royalty. The newly founded National Council is now founding a new syndicalist government and is reportedly already considering looking outwards for strong, like-minded allies. Country after country, the revolution progresses. That's now the Union of Burma. Do they have a focus tree? Nope, they don't. Whereas a commune, I believe, does have a focus tree. Yes, they do. I think that the Dominion of India is probably the most interesting one, simply because they are the allies, defenders of democracy. You know, I always love. Really like playing as a democracy in this game is a lot more fun than in the base game. Also because they have their own history, they can make their own. This isn't like, oh well, I'm the United Kingdom, I don't want the global because I'm a faggot. But they just like, well, meh. Well, global, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like what I mean by this, like you gotta say it like this: the Dominion of India is supposed to be a democracy, or like a democratic influence power. So is the Commonwealth of Canada. However, they have a lot of thingies where they can go ahead and expand their land, unlike the UK and vanilla. So demand Danish Atlantic possessions, for example. Attack the German Empire, attack the Union of Britain, alliance for aid, treaty with Ireland, all that fun stuff. Yeah. So how's my production doing? 6,000. Is it going up or down? It's going down. New England, I believe, is now part of the Allies. Go. Artillery, how about we get improved artillery, just in case we'll ever put artillery into our divisions, you never know. These guys are still expanding the military. We need to stay on par with these fuckers, that's for sure. Because La Plata is the gravest threat we have to our nation. Revanchism is a very... We have some revenge mentality towards them, simply because we lost the war a few years before the game started. So yeah, not sure when it was, but I believe La Plata won, annexed Uruguay or Paraguay, and this is Uruguay. Yeah, there you go. And they formed La Plata instead of Argentina, simply because they control the La Platan region. But anyways, Can't wait for every nation to have like a focus tree in this game. It's gonna be so fun. Okay, so definitely prepared, that's for sure. But these guys aren't though. Why do they not line up troops on my border? I mean, we're national populace and everything. We should be. We're pretty much like the enemy of every fucking nation in the world simply because we hate anything that isn't Brazilian. Oh, outlaw the socialist parties. Joint ventures. One of our senators has proposed legislation which outlaws all political organizations the government decides to label as socialists. This would effectively move all serious opposition to our government underground. However, some elements of our cabinet think we should be very cautious now. A persecution of our opposition would alienate the tenuous support we have from the workers and the middle classes. Of course, get rid of the socialist scum. It's not yet time, that comes later. Get rid of them! I'll probably make the civil war happen. So with our industry well on its way to recovery, we should focus on another great issue we face, the isolation of our factories, and our goods, and even our people, who are linked only by cobble roads or worse. But before major action, planning must take place, and the basic groundwork must be laid. Name of India declared war on Nepal. I guess. Oh, Chandelier Man. Do you have a focus tree? Nope. I always like if somebody declared was like, do you have a focus tree? Do you have a focus tree? Do you have a focus tree? Doesn't have a focus tree. Oh, the Ukrainians have a focus tree. I think that was like a thingy. New foreign policy. Non-wind. Splendid isolation. Cooperation with France. Strengthen the ties with Germany. Blue Danube. New resources. Dissolve the rats. Dissolve the rats. That's what they did. Then Green Unity, professional army. Yeah, Ukrainians are doing pretty well there. That's for sure. All this is still claimed by oh, that's a cool flag. That's a pretty cool flag. Who's in charge? The internationalists. The internationalists, that's probably not a good thing. With international shit, yeah, that's probably... if the King of Ukraine would, if the King of Spain would win, that would be fucking awesome. We can send one division to help out if we want to. Let's send one. No, not cavalry. And put in charge this dude. So he's also in charge of our nation, simply because he will be able to get some experience out of this. We'll send, so... I think the King of Spain is the most... like, it's unaligned, so it won't cause problems. There we go, send those volunteers. Now, of course, one infantry division won't be the lifesaver, but... Pacific States of America has signed a white peace. I think, yes, they have taken some land. Simply, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, Tuscan. That was already part of it. I believe this wasn't though. Nevada, that's it. Totalist and Buryatia Commune. As the leader of the Buryatia Commune, Maximus faction and its recently elected head of state, Subhas Gandra Bose gave a fiery speech to an electrified crowd in Calcutta today, promising that this new totalist government would do whatever it took to deal with to deal a death blow to the colonial lapdogs of the Northern Dominion of India and to decadent oppressors of the Western Princely Federation. He claimed that the Buryatia Commune would stand on its own two feet to accomplish this task and prove to the rest of the world that India is a force to be reckoned with. Interesting. Invite Ho Chi Minh. Oh my. Is that like a thing over here? There we go. So these guys are here and fulfilled. Oh yeah, the United States can't support their shit anymore. Then we'll get it from the combined syndicates. So sure. We'll get it from them. Just imagine that. You're like, doing great for your nation economy. You're importing still out of nowhere. It's like, well, you're not good enough anymore. Go fuck yourself. You have a attack, fourth attack. To cut them off in Valencia, that's for sure. Just go like through here somewhere. Just go in here and just cut some people off. Oh, that's some. There we go. I can see an opportunity. But also, I see an opportunity for getting surrounded. Go help out this garrison. Oh god, they were winning for a second, but then they start losing again. It's just so fuck. Just like luck, really. What's like, who decides to be the best? Then get the fuck out of here. Well, this is definitely not going well in my favor. Never lost the Civil War in Spain, so don't want to lose. Could use some experience there, lad. Let's attack these guys immediately. Get them out of the war. I know that these guys are not national populists, but it's still better than having the communists in charge, which always is a bad thing. National infrastructure plan. There we go. Investing in its vast city and connection to Rio will certainly pay dividends, both economic and academic. I'm surprised that nobody has decided to cut me off here. Well, they're deciding to do it. Well, no, the looks like, yeah, the Spanish moved in. Yep, there we go. And now we'll attack these guys who are completely weakened. Those guys don't actually have equipment. Let's get my shit back up. There we go. Those guys don't have equipment, so fuck off. You barely have any equipment, for fuck's sake. Like every time I fucking move, every time I just press the button, they move in fucking troops. Then they just send them away again. Well, it looks like Valencia is completely undefended. Or like from just simply some militia. So we'll attack over there, sure. Oh god. Stop your attack. Stop your attack. Time for you to get the hell out of there soon. Wait for this attack to stop. Oh god. Can we retreat over here? Yes, we can. No, what? Okay, well, I'm not interfering with that anymore. Fuck that shit. I just tried something and I failed miserably. I just don't have enough troops to actually make a big difference over there. It looks like we're fully done with making shit, so we might as well get some heavy like heavy guys up and going. So we have recently made sure that the syndicates have moved underground. Now what that means is possibly a civil war happening. I think that all this is leading up to potential civil war. Don't know between who and what is going to happen, but whatever. So many days. I was wondering, if it's like 7 days for that revenge thingy, that would be pretty overpowered because you can simply just attack and like in 7 days and don't have time to dig in or just prepare. But it looks like they're actually like they're protecting against everything. And holy shit, that's a fucking combined syndicates. Can I justify Rogue already? Yeah, I can. I can actually declare one people if I wanted to. Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and declare one somebody, shall we? Where's the dude? The dude. There we go. Get him in charge. Let's get you lined up on this border. Prepare for an attack into this area. How long will this take? 26th of August. That'll take some year, but I'll attack the communists over here because I don't like a communist state right on my border. These guys are authoritarian Democrats, so pretty much non-aligned, really. Same over here. Colombia is social democrats, but a really extensive pie chart, that's for sure. And they have their own little focus tree, so they might be doing some shit. Venezuela has its own focus tree. Yep, they do. And I don't know, they're social conservatives, so Democrats. So are you and these other elements, so yeah. It's time to start making some, maybe some infrastructure in these areas. Make some simple infrastructure in this area. So we can start constructing shit a little bit faster there. I think that's a good idea. How many troops do you have, the good sir? 5 to 9, nothing compared to my 18. I have like fully modernized my army already, so they don't have enough equipment to even field everything, so I think we should be fine. Now, so that was the August, so January, February, March, April, May, Juni, Juli, Augustus. That's a lot of months still, so I just said it in Dutch because like doing the months in English can sometimes be hard. I'll just try to like get this. Holy shit! The King of Poland actually got some shit, but Petro Vistas. But anyways, so Arlindo Vargo da Santos, the leader of Asia's Brazilian Imperial Newfoundland Action, has approached us. The Petro Vistas are a traditional Catholic group, professing anti-liberalist and anti-socialist doctrine, favoring the restoration of the House of Braganza and the complete reshuffling of Brazilian societies along a doctrine much similar to the Action Française of nationalist France or Spanish Carlism. In fact, although much similar, where was I? In fact, a thought much similar to our own integralism. Many members of the Petrovistas are also sympathizers, when not full members, of the Brazilian integralist action. The opposite is also true, with a few committed integralists being also high-ranking Petronovistas. Veiga dos Santos now has proposed a full merging of both movements, with the Petronovistas becoming full members of the AEB. No matter how tempting this proposal may seem, must take a careful approach. Many integralists are traditionalist Catholics, but the militant monarchism of the Petronovistas goes against some of our core principles. So these traditionalists can be useful, integrate them into the AEB, so then Federation Kingdom of Spain. Judge boys, how can they be used? Ignore them. We'll get the judge boys in here. I really want to get that war going in this episode, but we have 50 minutes left, so we're probably going to be able to do it. How are we doing on steel? I think that's just that little bit of steel we need for the production real quick. Hold on. Yep, it's just it's only affecting our convoy production, which again doesn't really matter because we are not going to be Archbishop Sao Paulo supports the AEB. The Dom Duarte Leopoldo e Silva, the Archbishop of Sao Paulo, has congratulated our government on our decision to integrate the Petrovistas into our party. Catholicism is a pact of Brazilian society since its beginning, he said. Having a government that will truly support the ideals of the church will be a blessing to this country. So we now are sure to have a greater support base for our policies. The fire rises. Indeed. The fire rises indeed. Decryption or encryption. It's just everything's just the same. Then you either get more encryption or more decryption. How about we get this dude in our national pop list in the government? Can't we declare war on somebody? That'll be fun. Ottoman Empire declared war on Kurdistan. Oh my. So how are you doing? Still on the decline. So have planned mobilization. Still have this OPDA, so that's also a thing. The OPDA, by the way, is just a Ottoman Public Debt Administration. Is a European-controlled organization that monitors and collects the debt owed by the Ottoman states to European creditors. Okay, but anyways, since the end of the Welsh Krieg and the Arab Revolt, the Ottomans had long been the sick man of Europe. Kicked out of their position as a great power, and kicked out of the Balkans, and almost kicked out of the war by British and Arab forces storming through the Levant. It was only the victory of Germany that saved them. However, reality quickly turned sour again for the Ottomans. The OPDA was maintained to secure German and Austrian interests, crushing the Ottoman economy in a time where it hoped to recover, and Arab nationalism was never extinguished. Today a spark was lit as the Ottomans promised to crush the new Kurdish state, a spark that might light up the entire Levant, especially as the Axis look on. Are the Ottomans still standing? The Axis, oh my. I would advise to take care of that as soon as you possibly can there. Oh, they're getting that those extra 10 divisions. Fucking wonderful. I'll give us a head start on La Plata. Are we August yet? Nope. Madrid declared war on Hyderabad. I've never heard of that. It sounds Indian, though it's not Indian. Where the fuck was that? Current wars. Let's see, the Madras Hyderabadi war. Where the fuck is Madras? Where the fuck is Madras? Is it like? I don't know. Where the fuck? What are you talking about here? Madras and fucking. Well, let's go into the diplomacy screen. No, that's not it. Is there a search button? Yep, there is. Madras. There it is. I always forget about the thingy. Oh, Madras declared war. Oh. On the Hyderabad. So they renamed themselves? I thought they were called the Princely Confederation or something. You have Edward VIII of Windsor. Madras is doing quite well already. But Hyderabad has a lot more troops. A new federation. The Ottoman Empire. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's not good. And it looks like that's also an uprising of Hashemite Arabia. The Ottoman Axis War. I love this. There's a lot more events than there used to be. For a long time, the Ottomans have ruled over the Levant and its Arab population. For many of them, this was an outrage. The Entente capitalized on this. And the Entente capitalized on this during the Welsh Creek to spark a revolution that crippled the Ottomans' war efforts, albeit unsuccessful in the long run. This planted the seeds for future unrest. The foundation of the Axis in 1936 seemed like a challenge to the Ottoman Empire. Indeed, today this confrontation came to an end as Egypt announced that the entry into war of the entire alliance against the Ottomans. In response, Arabs in all major cities of the Levant rose in revolt, with equipment that many speculate has been provided by these states that are now crossing the border into Ottoman territory. A new challenge for the crumbling empire. I mean, Frost was playing Ottoman Empire series, so better on Cyprus. Apparently, Cyprus. The Cypriot uprising. As many expected, the declaration of independence from the Kurds is the longer period of turmoil for the old Ottoman Empire, with cultures that had long been suppressed or integrated, pushing for their independence. Now Cyprus joins the fray, having long been a state in flux. It's not, if not chaos, settled by the Greeks, captured by many ancient empires, Assyrians, Egyptians, Persians, and the Romans, captured by the Arabic Caliphate, French Crusaders, Phoenicians, and finally the Ottomans until 1878, for a short and finally reverted annexation by Britain. Today, as the Greek Cypriots take to free their country, a new page opens in the history of this rich island. Cyprus have seen much fighting. Today, they fight for their own country. Rich island, I guess 4 thingies is rich to them. The rich island, 2 slots. Pretty much just trying to liberate themselves. Cyprus, how many troops do you have? You have 2 divisions, probably more than the fucking Ottomans have on their little island. Taming jungle, urban industrialization. Let's go with that. It's hopeful Cypriot independence, I believe that's what it's called. Come on, fucking hell, 6 more minutes and then you have to end the video, but I still want to declare war on the fucking Bolivians. I just want to declare war on somebody, because, well, I want to declare war, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fucking Minecraft. Let's also start researching tanks, it's probably a good idea. For future expansions, because I think that this will be a little bit more of a longer series. Pretty much, if I take out La Plata, the thingy ends, but there's still a lot of shit to conquer. Mostly the entirety of the northern states over here of South America. Go into Panama and all that fun stuff. and eventually the Mexican state and possibly the United States. And then we can go to the Commonwealth of Canada and take over Panama, because that's something I also would like. But Panama, of course, is in a alliance with the the Commonwealth of Canada controls that directly. Well, fuck me sideways. So there's Brazil. I believe that the United States really start off on a wrong point, don't they? They really just this war is already like a lost cause for the United States, simply because they start off over here with the central areas, which is pretty undeveloped. New England simply just goes away, just says bye bye, have a beautiful time. Fucking it's my citizens of America and American United States both start pounding on them, because they also have like these two states still. Like have these states, I believe. Like have a little slither of land going through there, I believe. Or they used to do. And yeah, it's really hard for the. As you can see, as you can see right here, that was used to be their land. Like they start off with like this slither of land inside like this, and they also get attacked from the west. In general, they don't start off too well. And fun fact, Texas is not in the American Union States. Even though they're like pretty much in new Confederate States. Well, I don't care about fucking Texas. We get urban industrialization. Again, you still don't have a fucking like civil war yet. Are you gonna tell me that we simply won't get a civil war? Come on. I want the civil war to happen. Okay, so is there like a yeah, push the syndicates underground, like the communists. I believe those are the ones that were supposed to uprise. I think they still will, seeing as they're going underground. It would make sense that they were going to come out. In my head, makes sense. If I was going to like suppress them, they would rise up. But possibly it's the other way around. And I made a huge mistake. Now I can't do half of my fucking focus tree. Pretty much. At least it feels like it. There we go. We have 10 more divisions that we can set to the front line. And you apparently have too many divisions even. So we'll get you some separate dudes. Skill. So by skill. Let's get this dude. There we go. He's our supply. Dude. Let's get you situated over here. We also have a very small navy. We actually have a battleship. Pre-Weld Creek battleship. I don't know why I would get that. Probably a captured ship. Where's this fucking civil war that I want to have? But I believe it, like the civil war happens really late in this game. 939 somewhere. 26th August 939. President's speech. Our president has delivered an emergency speech to take off for national unity against rebel forces. What? Oh. Shocking news came from our capital today as we learned that Lidencia leaders have invented the military, militia workers and peasants are now marching towards the downtown Rio de Janeiro. According to our reports, the mob plans to take the Palacio de Cateta by force and depose our government. Get civil war. There we go. Civil war has happened. Okay, so they have a total of 6 to 8 troops. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. You can do this. Okay, so you guys. Okay, so you delete that as well. You guys go over here and attack down here. And liberate that. You guys. Oh, apparently one of my commanders went away. Because he was apparently socialist. So, yeah. Get this hill expo, whatever. And you guys. Get on this. Fucking civil war. Fast, 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 fast. You push for Sao Paulo immediately. Crack down on tag lists. Right as I was talking about not having a civil war, and that I might have made a wrong decision, I get a fucking civil war. My stability is fucking falling like a brick. Oh god, no, they attacked us. Get across that river ASAP. There we go, we're getting across there. Yep, getting there. I apparently accidentally made a mistake there. Okay, for a second I thought that I got declared war on, but I didn't. Now for stability, this doesn't bode well. Deploy units. Oh, we got more units, yes! Well, there we go, there they are. You get attached to this. Okay, that you aren't the best trained troops. I will make myself triumphant, for fuck's sake. Taming the jungle. We can wait for that. Well, sure we can take it. Taming the Sertao, there we go. Take that. We're on low manpower because, well, we lost a lot of pretty heavily, densely populated areas, to say the least. Well, you stop your attack. You need to get into Sao Paulo. You stop the attack as well and get in there. So we get into this. Now, of course, there is the problem of not having. We go get them cut off, and then they get attacked. Rio de Janeiro is being, for some reason, not attacked. You get over there in Sao Paulo. Let's get to Sao Paulo fast. There we go. And you stay there. Stay there! Get attached. Simply stay there. I don't care. You just need to stay there. Take it like a man. Let's take that port. Trying to get away. Okay, so how are you doing? Simply go already. We have a wall to win, goddammit. You go down there. Oh no, just you guys can go. You're gonna get there earlier. Operation VP Rush. Fast! Cut off their units while you're at it. You get in there. These guys should be cut off now, actually. No matter what. I don't care about these guys not having an order. One division. These guys are... So you guys, go ahead and get rid of this. For some reason, they've completely left out Rio de Janeiro. Just went around my capital. That's pretty interesting. So how's my civil war doing? Brazilian civil war is going well to favor of the defenders. I think that's maybe this shit will do. 3 victory points. Simply just get in there. We're gonna have to end this episode, but I want to end the civil war, please. Okay, that's before we end. We'll take a look. Yep. In a second. Treaty of Belém, we won. To say the least. And still this justification. October 1938. It has been pushed back. Whatever. We lost some troops, I believe, but not too many. Let's now go crush the syndicalists. Okay, so... But we're going to have to end this episode. We're going to do that next episode. So if you enjoyed, just drop me a like in those comments right down below. If you're interested in more shit like this, just subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.